So, I guess the question I got for you is, how do you define power? Because isn't the definition of power is having someone to take your reality and make it their own? And isn't that situation we're in? So it doesn't really matter, as far as changing it. Because number one, the people who are actually the ones who are thinking this forward thinking are the ones who probably can survive in America. That's the funniest thing about it. Like, Kyler, me and Kyler, we got some businesses that we do in common, and Kyler has several things he does. David Hitt, my understanding, he has several different skill sets, plus he's a retired military person who has, so the people who actually, have the wherewithal probably to make it in this country are the ones who are the most forward thinking.
Yeah, Holo says that all the time. It seems like the people who basically have it, but we know what it is, Thomas. Let me interject here. Is the fact that we know we could be 1,000,000 times further if we were basically had our own. But the people that basically settle for America, it's like the people who doing the worst in America love America the most. I just don't understand
it. It's battered woman syndrome. That's what I'm saying. That's all battered woman syndrome. It's just like someone telling you ain't shit forever, and you still say, I love you, Daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what it is.
All right, let me. Give me a moment, real quick.
David wants to speak.
Okay. Okay. Give me a moment. The selection of individuals. This mission is not for everybody. This mission does not require everyone. This mission doesn't need everyone. The beginning stages of it, when we identify the Pioneer Force, the first 250 individuals that have to be properly vetted, meaning what can they contribute positively towards the creation of the infrastructure of this new nation. We need individuals that can essentially plan, design, build, operate, and maintain straight-up infrastructure initially. Meaning airport, port. First thing, when we occupy the land, set up our independent power using renewable energy, build the port, build the airport. Using African Americans, we can have African American companies doing the design here in America. Now, and these individuals that come have got to have the right mindset. And out of the 44 million individuals, I'm sure we can find those correct number of individuals that are professional enough, that are competent professionals, that will enable us to jumpstart the country. We're not looking for dumbasses off the street. It ain't for them. Plain and simple. If we're going to build a team, like when you read the book about General McChrystal, me being in the military, in order to become a Marine, you have to earn it. There's no, okay, we just give you a uniform. No, that's who are you? What have you done to earn the right to even go to this new nation? And even then, the immigration of our own country. We just can't say, okay, everyone all of a sudden, when they start to see that we build nice houses, because people are going to wonder, there are going to be many people who are going to be on the fence. Some people will even hope it fails. Then all of a sudden, when the images come out that we're building homes that are really nice, that are well built, well maintained, then all of a sudden you may get a surge of, now I'm ready to go. Well, guess what, player? You're going to have to put your application in. And in that application, our government, meaning all of us together, what questions do you want to put on that application, and how do you want them to be answered to be satisfied to give a person the opportunity to come over there?
I remember when you was on Skype. Remember you was on Skype, assholes, and they had you on, and they basically asked you that question, right? And when they were joking, you trying to clown, whatever like that. Then when you put it like that, they got upset, because they're saying, well, wait a minute here. You're talking about bringing the best and brightest of black America, and then they admitted that there are black professionals and everything. They say, you're taking the black, but what about all these people over here is committing crimes in the ghetto? So you go, that's your problem.
That's right. We're leaving them here with you.
They shut the heck up. They were like, that's not fair. You got to talk about building a nation and also like that. In other words, basically it dawned on them that as far-fetched as it may sound, is, based on what he just said, it's a possibility. It can be done. Hey, let me get Brother Holub here. You want to chime in?
Absolutely. Let me hear Holub, man. I haven't heard from him in a long time.
Brother, hold up, man, hold up. Before hold up talk, you got to give him the hold up applause. You know, you got to give him applause. You know. Brother, hold up, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, I had to call in. I didn't really necessarily have anything to say, but I heard David Hitt was on the line, so I said, let me call and just say what's up.
Hold up, how are you, sir? It is such an honor to hear from you, sir.
Yes, definitely. I love the fact that you're on the phone right now.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Doesn't it, like I said, a couple of years ago, we were all like this, that, the other thing, but over the years, we've seen so much, hold up, and all of us seen so much, we're like, you know, we were saying the other day, man, where's David Hitt at? You know?
Okay.
You know what? This is the thing that people don't understand. It's like I personally like the fact that we have different viewpoints in terms of strategies and tactics. That's a good thing, you know. But the thing that people don't understand is like, what is the overall point? We all agree that we need a nation of our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I want, you know, I concentrate on. I think that that's a big tent approach to bringing in people of like mind. If you agree on the overall concept that, yes, we need our own, then the little details you can fight and argue, but that doesn't mean anything. It shouldn't take you and drive you apart from each other. If anything, it should bring you closer. Mm-hmm. And it makes the concept tighter. So people
we're talking about history here, and you know what gets me is why I did the show tonight is because they know history is on our side. Because you know what it is? America is like you said, never land. You know, in other words, basically, we can live in America and forget all the problems that afflict the world. People don't understand something. There are terrorists trying to bring this country down. They're trying to sneak bombs into this country. You know, people go off to their backyard barbecues and forget the fact that there's a war raging all around the world. You know, and pretty soon this war and everything is going to be on these shores. You know, and all the things, you know, all the things, the America was saved from a global meltdown, okay, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen again. You know, we're still. Go ahead.
Tyler, you know what I'm wondering is going to happen? When are Americans going to realize that there is no America?
There is none.
What does that even mean? You've already had major corporations in this country get their labor overseas. They don't even give a damn about Americans and citizens in the country. So I'm just wondering, when are people going to get this fantasy out of their head? There even is an America. This whole national pride thing that America has.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
One of my courses in my MBA courses, they talk about that very fact that you know the major corporations see themselves as multinational.
Yeah.
So they didn't have no sovereign. They basically have no kinship with the United States other than they're basically a market for them. And to further that, their overall goal is to get down labor costs. One of the things that happened during the campaign when they talked about Mitt Romney was the fact that, you know, he was on record and they could never really find it, but he basically, there was a philosophy at Bain Capital where they did not like the American worker. Now, there's a couple of things that people, you know, may have noticed, may not noticed, but like, if you look what's going on in Detroit, right, it's basically a form of what's called economic shock testing, okay? Now, this concept of economic shock testing, if anyone who ever read Behold the Pale Horse, he talks about this, and you've seen this over and over in United States history. They take a commodity that people need, or they think they need, and they jack up the price. So, you know, part of the problem that's been going on in Detroit is that they've been jacking up the price of water. Now, I'm going to tell you how funny international finance works, right? So I have Fidelity as one of my, you know, custodial accounts. I was getting emails 3.5 years ago about Blue Gold. They started selling mutual funds for water. Mm-hmm. T-Boone Pickens went and cornered the water market in Texas. And he's an oil man, so, you know, he understands commodities. So, you know, this is kind of why I've always been about the sustainability aspect of how we live, because, you know, one of the things that defines, you know, banana republics is that, you know, a large percentage of the people's disposable income goes towards food and water. Like, you go to certain countries, they make $5 a day, $3 of it goes towards food and water. So, I mean, these are the issues that we have to really look at and digest, because that's not an accident that Detroit is, the downtown area of Detroit is probably about 70% black, and they increased the water prices.